Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This is Toyin Umesiri. Feel free to call me Coach Toyin, and welcome to my live masterclass on who is, excuse me, who is an entrepreneur. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. If you're able to hear me, do raise your hand just to make sure you can listen and you can enjoy today's presentation. Awesome. Thank you, Deacon. Monique, thank you. Awesome. So I really do appreciate you being here. Again, my name is Toyin Umesiri. I'm the founder and CEO of Nezaru. I also run the Entrepreneurship and Success Academy, and I'm here today to really just from a philosophical standpoint, break down and help people understand who is an entrepreneur, really from a philosophical standpoint. And I apologize for my voice. I need to take some water. Excuse me. Okay, yes, let's get right to it. I actually believe. So I'm also the author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur: Strategies, Skills, and Mindset for Achieving Business Growth and Success. So who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneurship, let's first break down entrepreneurship. For me, entrepreneurship is, this is what I believe to my core, that entrepreneurship is the highest expression of human creativity and productivity. Okay, is that we create in our minds product and services, solutions to the world as we see it. And then we have to do the work of producing it in reality, producing those products and services in reality. It starts first in the mind. This is why I always say mindset is so important for an entrepreneur. The right mindset will produce the right results. The right skill set will allow you to deliver on your desire, to convert your desires to results. Okay, so I'm going to go over that again because I know I just shared a lot. I just put a lot out there because I want to really decompose this, right? Is that an entrepreneur sees in their mind, you see in your mind something, right? You see a solution in your mind, you see an opportunity in your mind, you have a desire for certain things. In my book, I say a lot of times people start, they become an entrepreneur because they want to make money, right? The ultimate entrepreneurship desire. I want to make money. Okay. You want to manufacture money. Okay. Right. I want to make money, but what do you need to do? What actually, the question is from a philosophical standpoint, do you actually know what you have to do to convert your creativity into money? Those are the technical components when I talk about fundamentals of entrepreneurship that I teach at the academy, is that what you see in your mind, in plus the desires you have for yourself, right, determines how you invest yourself, because you're trying to create in the factory, right? The production exercise of creativity. You need raw materials, you need processes, right? Before you create a product or a service. Again, we're talking about this strictly from a philosophical standpoint because I want people to really think deeply about the journey they're on or the journey they're considering to get on. Right? So if you're already an entrepreneur or you're seeking to become an entrepreneur, please do understand at the end of the day that it starts with you first. You are the architect, you are the visionary, right? It's about your hopes, your dreams, because if it's not about you, then you're an employee helping other people build and sustain their hopes and dreams, right? Is that you offer your skills and services in the corporate space as an employee. You bring your skills and services to advance somebody else's vision, somebody else's desires. You make their own dream achievable because you're using your skills, you're lending your skills to help lift up and implement whatever they want to implement. And there's nothing wrong with that. What is important is when you decide that you want to give back to your own personal aspirations and you want to live out your own highest creativity, you want to produce something in the world, and you seek and desire to be rewarded for your product and your services. That's what this is about. So, who is an entrepreneur? It's someone who is determined to create. It is somebody who is determined to produce. This is the producer mindset. Okay? The consumer mindset goes to the market to bring in and buy and purchase what they need to live the lives of their dreams. A producer mindset at the core, which is an entrepreneurship mindset, is seeking to produce solutions for the world, for other people. That's a difference. That's a fundamental difference. And the error and mistakes I see people make is that they come to their entrepreneurship journey, right, with a consumer mindset versus a producer mindset. So I see who wants to come up to contribute or ask a question? Feel free to raise your hand and let me know, and then I can bring you up. Okay. So this will be a conversation, and there will be Q&A as well. So again, an entrepreneur has to embrace the productive side of their mind. You are creating, you are producing, you are releasing solutions in the forms of product and services. So tangible, intangible solutions, tangible products we can touch, products we can feel, right? Product that needs to be transferred physically in the physical world. And then services, right? Intangibles, where you're delivering solution, right? But you can't touch and feel. You can't actually touch physically your solutions. That's why you divide it into products and services. And there are strategies for distributing products. There are strategies for distributing services. Okay? There are strategies. So everything is a strategy. So for me, because of this fundamental understanding, and I seek to help people understand this at the core, it's what informs how I teach at my academy, is that mindset. We start with mindset first. It's why I launched an entire mindset success coaching program. Because if you don't have clarity, okay, within you, and clarity shows up everywhere. That's the first module in my mindset program at the academy. You start there as an entrepreneur. Because fundamentally, it's about your creativity, the power of your creativity. Okay, it's about you. What do you see? What problems do you see? What solutions do you have to offer? What do you perceive? It's about the power of awareness and perception, right? What do you see in the world? What would you like the world to look like, right? And then, are you committing yourself? Are you going to commit yourself, your resources, your energy, everything you've got, your time, your life, to bringing those solutions to the world first? And then, this is where sales marketing comes in, right? Is that if you stop there, you've just built a charity business, because charity still has costs. There's still costs associated with creating solutions. Those who run non-for-profits, which I applaud them, they still bring solutions into the marketplace. The only difference between not-for-profit and a commercial venture, a for-profit venture, is that the people consuming your products or your services, you already believe, right, that they are not responsible for rewarding you for that work. Somebody else, your partners, your donors, are the ones you partner with, and they're the ones responsible for the operational costs, right, of running the show. This is, I usually coach people on this, because again, sometimes people come to entrepreneurship with, right, charity mindset, right? And nothing wrong with that. Not for profit, for profit also has philosophical differences. Okay? For an entrepreneur, a commercial venture, a for-profit venture, you have to go an extra step, not just creating your product or your services. You need to take it an extra step to actually getting rewarded financially. right? The people who consume your ultimate services and products will pay you. You expect them to pay you financially to reward you for doing the work of producing and delivering services and products to them, right? Because if you skip that step and you offer free, you don't have a successful business. To be successful, you create solutions, but you have to take it the next step further, right? This is where sales, persuasion, skills comes in, is that you then have to price. This is where pricing strategy, the laws of demand and supply, this is where it comes in. So again, first, philosophically, it's the highest expression of human creativity. So it's about creativity and productivity. What do you want to create? What do you want to produce? Right? And then coming back to the technical component of building a successful business, right? How do you structure a business to support your creativity and productivity? Right? This is where, and I work with tons of entrepreneurs around the world. In fact, I just got done reviewing thousands of applications to a project I'm running for United Nations that is all about entrepreneurs, right? So, and it's a scholarship program by the United Nations. And I'm super privileged to be going through this, but going through those submissions did something for me as well, is understanding that ideas are abundant in the world. What is not abundant is skill development and the right mindset to take ideas, to commercialize ideas, right? To get rewarded, to tell the story. And this is where my programs are structured to help you move through that process. So, as example, when I teach branding, people get caught up with, oh, branding, branding. Here's the key. Let me make it simple. Branding is your ability to tell the story of who you are, why you created what you've created. Tell the story of what you created. What is it supposed to mean for other people, right? Your ability to tell that 360 panoramic, right, view of why you're on this journey and convince other people to buy into, right, the validity, right, that what you've worked on has a place in the world, right? When people talk about value, does it have a place in the world? Does it deserve a place? I say yes. But if you don't assert yourself, if you fail to tell the story of who you are and why you have the audacity to create the solution and why you believe, when I use audacity, listen, you have to assert yourself, right? It's the passion behind your words, the passion that led you down this lane. You must also transfer that passion on your potential clients and customers. You have to transfer the energy, because when it comes to storytelling, there has to be believability. If I don't believe you, how do I buy from you? How do I trust you? So there's a certain skill. But first of all, remember, it starts with you. This is where mindset program, the game plan, 12 strategies for winning. This is why it exists in the academy. You start there first. Lots of mindset activities. Another thing you start with, we're actually going through a 10-week program right now. Another thing you start with is skill evaluation. So I actually have a skill survey, an entrepreneur skill survey that you start with. You start with your mindset, you start with your skills. So that, right, you're grounded in reality. You know your starting point and you understand the journey you're about to go on, which is the roadmap to business growth and success that supports our academy and the curriculum, right? Is that you're going from, say, Chicago, where I am, to California. We need to know, where are we starting from? Chicago. Mindset, skill set. Where are we going to? California. Now, direction, instruction, guide, coaching is where you go from where you are to where you want to be. But you need clarity. Clarity to be able to say to yourself, I know where I am. I understand the gap, right? I know where I am. I understand where I'm going. And I see the gap between where I am and where it is I'm moving myself towards, and I understand the job and what I need to do to train myself to create that reality, to get to California. So it starts with mindset, right? I have my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur: Strategies, Skills, and Mindset for Achieving Business Growth and Success. There's also the game plan to support you in terms of adopting a success mindset. The reason is because your hopes and dreams, in order to translate them into actual results, to produce them, you have to understand that the production exercise is not always successful. We want you to be successful on that journey. Is that not every entrepreneur that starts that journey arrives? How do you increase your chances of survival and thriving and actually creating in the world exactly as you see it in your mind, and even much more better, right? That's where success comes in. The success mindset is that if you're an architect and you draw a building on paper, okay, you have a drawing on paper, that's your vision. You have a technical drawing of your vision for your 100-story building or 2-story, whatever that is. At the end of the day, you need to realize that step one is the clarity that you have to put into practice to say this is going to have 100 rooms, 200 rooms, right? But here's the key. That piece of paper is a representation, but it isn't the building. You can't move into that piece of paper. The journey of now constructing, right? Digging the foundation, laying the brick by brick, putting the structures, the pillars, roofing, that exercise requires skill, right? Skills, lots of skills, not even one skill. For you to give birth to your hopes and dreams as an entrepreneur, my point is also lots of skills are required. The question is, do you understand what skills you need to develop? Yours and those you bring together. This is where we bring together people with skills to help us build that structure, the business structure. So an entrepreneur should not just go into activities. An entrepreneur must have a vision, must have clarity of purpose, must understand in reality their desires, their hopes and dreams. They must also be able to cast the vision for others to understand and see. And the next step also is the business structure that would help you sustain, right, your creativity and your productivity, the engine of growth, the build growth, right, accelerate scaling phase of a business, of an idea, right? When you talk about the innovative circle, right, normalized curve, early adopters, all of those. And these are technical concepts I teach at the academy. The academy is supported by over 200 articles, 30 plus programs, coaching programs, like it's a whole school for entrepreneurs that want to learn and train themselves how to achieve business growth and success. Because my job is to train you, but you also have to train yourself. Training yourself means doing the work to develop skills, right? I can tell you what to do, which is what I have to caution people on, particularly on social media, is that it's great to consume content and listen to what other people are doing. But please don't stop there, because you can stay on social media and consume content for a year, for 10 years. If you refuse to practice, put into practice, to develop the skill, to be persistent, to discipline yourself, to test it out and train your mind and body how to do the work, right? What happens is people consume massive amounts of information, but they do not use that information to create the results, right? Creating results, production requires skill. Work has to be done to produce. And the quality of the work rests on the level of advancement of the skill. So everything I talk about in the academy, when I talk about branding, marketing, sales, persuasion, right, distribution network, when I go into international space, is about expanding your reach, distribution. Every step of constructing that house, right, of laying each brick, of laying the foundation, is dependent on skills. This is where people suffer. They know in their mind, they've consumed knowledge, right? They've read the book on branding, they've read the book on marketing, they've read the book on fishing. The key is reading the book on fishing. If you don't go to the stream to practice, daily practice, which is one of the mindset, success mindset, one of the strategies for achieving and winning in life that I include in my program. This is why you start there first. Is daily discipline, daily practice, fierce execution. If you don't practice every day and move yourself every day closer and train yourself every day, you won't see the results. It's a hard pill for people to swallow. But right there is why many people fail. It requires heavy skill. So the sooner you start training yourself on you have to know this concept. You have to develop the skill for you to be a successful entrepreneur. And each skill has levels. Mastery level is where the best results are. Intermediate level, basic, right? Entry level, right? Is that at the end of the day, the best results, the winners, the reason they win is because they are the best of the best. So I'm going to stop there. This was just a little masterclass insight for those who follow who are not members of the academy. Let me put the information out there. It's toyinumesiri.academy, again supported by over 200 articles. You need to read every day. In fact, immersing yourself, right, to train yourself on a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Learning new skills every day will improve your ability to start getting the results, right? Converting your desires to results. So you want to immerse yourself, and I say this, in the right community that is helping you advance and moving, right? Where you're going. Where are you going? Again, clarity. Many people do not have clarity. The reason when you don't have clarity, listen, all roads does not lead to success. All social media posts is not good and beneficial for you. So that is so important. Again, who is an entrepreneur? As I'm wrapping up today, unless there's specific questions, but if you have questions, feel free to reach out. Check out Throwing UMS Video Academy. Learn our events coming up at the we have a whole community calendar. You can check it out as well. So who is an entrepreneur from a philosophical standpoint, right? It's about your creativity. You want to create something. It's the producer mindset. You want to create a solution. You see something in the world that you want to adjust. You want to change. You want to see get better. Okay. You're going to see it in your mind first. You're going to produce it in reality. To produce, you need raw materials, processes, strategies, right? This is where you get into sales. You have to be able to tell the story. You want to be rewarded financially, right, for the cost of producing that solution plus more, right? On and on and on. And then the practical, technical side of this is you want to build business structures that will sustain, right? That will keep that loop going, grow, right? Build, grow, scale. Okay. So thank you so much to everyone that listened today and would watch the replay. My name is Toyin Umesiri. I'm the founder and CEO of Nazaru. I also teach and train entrepreneurs to achieve business growth and success. I'm the author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur: Strategies, Skills, and Mindset for Achieving Business Growth and Success. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you around. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. God bless you. Bye.